Once you move out, everything changes. Leave, you're gonna miss everything, your city, your people, homemade food, the comfort and the safety of your house. The first year was important to me and I would remember it forever because it taught me. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Upasana and I am officially done with my first year of college. I'm back home right now for my semester break and my internship. So in this video, I'll be talking about my journey in the past 8 months and how my whole experience has been, some of the things that I did for the first time in my first year. So don't forget to watch till the end and I hope you like it. So, to begin with, if I had to summarize my past year in one word, I would say it was incredible because I did a lot of new things in my first year. I made a lot of good friends. I attended concerts and fests in college, attended networking events, met a lot of industry experts, and then I participated in a lot of events. Then also the whole year in terms of people, in terms of the ups and downs was worth it, I would say, because the first year, the whole shift, the transition of when you move out and you go and settle somewhere else, it teaches you a lot of new things, and gives you a lot of perspective about life. And I would say the first year was important to me and I would remember it forever because it taught me life lessons. And yeah, that's all. Talking about my firsts in the first year, the things that I did for the first time in my first year of college, one major thing was definitely staying away from home. Though in the past I had stayed away from home for a couple of days for when I went to, friends trips and everything, but this was a huge shift because I had to, take my life from one city and go and settle in some other city, which is totally new for me. And I did have experience of like going and staying in like new places because I shifted every 2 3 years, but this was definitely different because I had to do that all by myself and had to like adapt to the changes and everything. And the next thing would be that I did for the first time was traveling alone in a flight, and that experience was something that I'll never forget because I was really nervous the first time, but eventually it turned out to be okay. And then I was like, oh, I did this and I can do it. And now I really look forward to, traveling alone, and I really enjoy traveling in flights as well. So that was something that I did out of my comfort zone. Then if I talk about another thing was planning my budget, like my finances. That was also something I did for the first time because uh, you're always taken care by your parents until you're in school, but when you move out and you're living alone by yourself, you need to plan all your savings, your money, where it's going, and look after that so that you're not wasting it unnecessarily. So that was something that I did, and we used to always like cut down on our expenses and make sure that we don't waste money unnecessarily. So that was what I did. Also, then it was my first time having like a hectic schedule. I had 9 to 5 working hours also sometimes, and being able to multitask. Also, our B school is somewhere, it's a place that has a very rigorous schedule. So, being able to settle into that and adapt to that was also a very challenging task initially. But eventually we got adjusted to it because there were days when we left the room at 9 in the morning and came back at 7. That's how the course is. But I really enjoyed getting to be engaged in doing a lot of things at the same time. It built my time management skills and things that I looked forward to. One more thing that I did out of my comfort zone was taking up the role of a stylist and participating in a fashion event for a brand with our college. We had a fest where I had to style 5 to 6 models and in the Indo-Western category, and I really enjoyed because fashion was something I wanted to do since a very long as a domain, and I got to experience that. It was a great experience, I would say. Then one more activity that was definitely out of my comfort zone was trying ziplining in our outbound. which was in the middle of the hills, because I had done ziplining earlier, but no very small height. And being someone who's afraid of heights, I think it was a big challenge for me, and I took that up. And the adrenaline rush was real, and I felt that I did something really adventurous, which I would not generally be doing. But that was one thing. Then again, it was the first time I started uploading college content on YouTube, and managed all the things together. I had to plan out my videos and like script for it, and think about how I would record it and all of that. So that was fun. Then one more thing that I did for the first time alone was to handle exam pressure, because whenever I was home, there were my parents for my emotional support, and they would talk to me and try to calm me down. But this time I had to manage it by myself. So that was one. And staying away from home, I felt extremely homesick sometimes, then started missing home. And I did not stay with my family for a lot of events and everything. I came home for Dashera, but I wasn't home for Diwali, for Holi, Ganesh Chaturthi. And one major missing was definitely ghar ka khana, and I absolutely missed it. Now that I'm home, I'm eating so much every day and I'm trying to cover all that up. So that was like a few things that I did for the first time, and definitely it was a great journey the past 8 months. I felt so much. It was definitely like a, like an emotional roller coaster, where eventually everything fell into place. But in the beginning, the first 2 months were really hard. And when you come to a new city and try to adjust to it, and it takes a little bit of time, but we just do it in the end of the day. In the beginning, the freedom was exciting, the hyper independence. Then I had great friends this year. Then dealing with anxiety and stress was something I learned how to do by myself. I also had happy phases and sadness and the stress that comes with the hectic schedule, the exam time, then homesickness, and all of that. So, something I realized in the past year is that your time at home is one of the most valuable times, because once you move out, everything changes. You do come home, but it seems like you're visiting there, because it's no more your permanent place and you need to go back again. So I would say, till the time you're there, enjoy it. Do not take it for granted, because once you leave, you're gonna miss everything: your city, your people, the homemade food, the comfort and the safety of your house. And I understand that it's important to also move out, because you need to take decisions in life that are for your betterment, and you need to go places where you feel there are better opportunities for you, and you are meant to explore the huge world out there one time, sometime or the other, right? So that's what I would say. And initially, it might seem a bit hard when you're trying to adapt to things in the beginning, but eventually I did find people who I can call home, and all of us like together figured out things, and we adapted to the change, right? So that was what I would say in conclusion. That's all, I think, a summary of my first year of college. And leaving it on a good note, I really hope the second year is even better and I get to do a lot of new things, explore even more, and do things that's out of my comfort zone, and things that I love to do. And yeah, that's it, I think. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more such content. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care and bye bye.